Hello. Chain's about to start, so I thought I'd start recording. I'm gonna be setting it all up. All I did was open up the faction page, open up faction chat. I haven't even read anything yet, but let me refresh the page here. Looks like we're 8 minutes from the chain start time, so at that time everyone will be dumping hits. And so I'm gonna go ahead and set up. Things to note is I did stack my energy. I was able to sneak in that other Xanax last night. My drug cooldown's already gone. That's going to benefit me because I don't have the minus 35% base amount of stat deduction for being on Xanax. With, of course, the faction upgrades. We have, where is it, toleration here, and that's going to, where is it, drug addiction, side effects of drugs, this is it. So since it's reduced a bit, the Xanax penalty goes from 35% to 25%. Still noticeable and not fun. It makes fights a little more difficult, so not having the drug addiction or the side effects going on while we're dumping our stack will be very, very nice. As we do this 10k, we're going to want to spend our energy wisely, and for that we're going to want revitalize weapons. So our faction does have some revitalize weapons. We have a Bushmaster, which is it on this first page? Nope. We have a 12% Bushmaster, which is already being loaned, which I'm going to go ahead and retrieve this. Remember the revits, everyone. So, for the weapons used like warlords and revits and strickens, we try to keep those off. Things that are just for doing damage or debuffs or whatever, weapons for more general purpose, we use for, or we allow players to just hang on to them for longer. I just retrieved the Bushmaster. Of course, there's also this BT MP9 right here. Really good stats. I don't remember, I think someone deposited this for us. We have an armory page where we can look at that kind of thing. That is publicly accessible, but I don't want to pull it up right now just because it's a mess and I don't know who's been using it or what or why. The other weapons we have are 2 Thompsons and a P90, so let's find those. Here's our 2 Thompsons of 15% and 16%. They're both being loaned out already. It looks like they're active with them, so let's find that P90. It should be right here. So looks like our faction members are using all of our revitalized weapons. That's really good. What these things do is that Bushmaster. What these revitalize do is they let you get your energy back when you use the final hit with that weapon. So if you have this Bushmaster equipped and you're doing a fight and you end the fight by defeating the target with this Bushmaster, then there's a 12% chance that your energy used to start that fight is refunded back to you. And so that's going to play a big role in this. We are also going to remind people to do their missions, and it's a little much for me. We do have some merc contracts. I don't think I'll be doing them today just because I want to be talking to everyone about how the chain works. But I am going to pop over to Discord real quick and check on those and see if there's anything kind of straightforward I can do. There is. We do have a friendly merc contract to keep some people turtled, so if we get some free time we might do that. But ideally, being able to do your merc hits during these chains will be incredible, because not only are you working towards all the chain rewards that we offer, which are very humble, don't make me sound like I'm building hype for that. We don't really provide too much with the chain hits. We try to keep our tax for our ranked wars very, very low, so all the money goes out to players. We hold 10%, and that's how we afford all these ranked war items and the whatever consumables and whatever that we're providing during the chains and stuff. And we do offer some prizes during the chains. I think it's about 4 billion worth of prizes for this chain, this 10K. Other than that, the chain's about to start. We're at 2 minutes from start time. So let's go ahead and get some targets. Now, I typically, let's go ahead and do newspaper, bounties. See if anyone has a bounty. We're also going to go to our items. I'm pressing the middle mouse button to open these tabs, which is the scroll wheel. You press in your mouse's scroll wheel to pop open a new tab. And as I believe it was Leo who taught me, you could actually mouse button to close them too, middle mouse button. So that's very useful. I've always targeted these little X's, and it's a little tedious, but I'm a little tedious, so it didn't bother me too much. Anyway, we're going to change our loadout. This is a script which is quick loadouts right here, the torn loadout switcher. If you want scripts, the thing to do with them is you download Tamper Monkey or Grease Monkey. It's a script manager for your browser, and then you can install scripts from our useful stuff page. Which is right here. And here's our scripts. You'll see everything on here. And I think everything I use is on there at least. But yeah, chain's about to start, so I'm going to go back to this quick loadouts thing. If I refresh my page, it'll show I don't have a secondary on this loadout. That's because I like to use random things, and I do have my own personal revitalize. It's a 10% for the secondary slot, which I've learned the secondary slot is really good for any sort of additional item you need. So I'm just going to put on some stuff, something like that. Keep tracer ammo as much as possible. But it looks like the chain is just now starting, so we're going to go ahead and line up some hits and do them. There's no one starting the hits. Let's go to faction, chain feed. Looks like the first attack is a loss. And I guess people are waiting for something, so let's go ahead and do it. I created a naming convention for my chaining targets, and I keep them on enemies instead of on the targets list. That targets list is new, and I've been playing this game for 20 years, so I'm a little slow. When you're creating your targets, you'll probably have them on the target list, and it's functionally a little different. But having a description where you can search something and then filter by OK makes it really easy, and I'm not going to be worried about fair fight, but I am going to be talking about fair fight. So we can see these people have a BSP. BSP is Battle Stats Predictor. It's the script I'm using to kind of track or estimate people's total battle stats. We see these people have a BSP of about 3 billion, and right here is what my stats were when I recorded this. So I was getting full fair fight when I was 5.8 billion stats. So we'll see. I think we should be able to... we can't really hit them with our kicks. There we go. We hit, we leave, contributes to the chain timer, and chain is started now. Check this out. That 10th hit, because it filled up the bar, gets that set amount of respect, and we can see people are doing their attacks now. We can track people, see their life bars as they go. If we need to, we can use our middle mouse button and join any attacks to help people out. For ranked wars, you'll want to be doing this a lot. For chains, you just kind of let people do their hits. If they need help, you jump in. Keep an eye on faction chat to make sure no one's asking for help or anything like that. And we can see there's a variety of respect being gained. We have a 4.73 right here. That's a full fair fight plus very high level. I'm sure it's 100, yep. Level 100. We get a stalemate right there. That's not good. Maybe they'll start again and we can jump in and help them or something. There's the 25 hit. It also gets a set amount of respect. You'll notice these chain bonuses as they go up. They double the respect each time. So the 50 hit will be 40 base respect, or 40 flat respect, I should say. But I think that's about everything we need to know for this. I do need to start my race. We can do that real quick. I'm sure people are going to get on to me that the chain started and I haven't been doing my hits. The people with the revitalized weapons are going to be dumping their hits very quickly, and then people waiting on them are going to grab the revitalized and then dump their hits, so everyone can be using the revitalized weapons and getting as much as we can out of them. That'll push how many hits each person can do way higher. Because if we look at our energy, every 100 energy does 4 hits normally. So that means you have 40 hits right here, plus you don't have drug cooldown, so you can do another Xanax. That's 50 hits, and that reaches the minimum requirement for this chain. But, you know, if you're using a Revitalize with 15% more hits, and you're getting 15% of those 50 hits back, then, you know, that's another 7 free hits right there. And that's before using any sort of energy drink or refill or company abilities or anything else. Okay. So, bounty, don't mind if I do. He's got a 50k bounty on him, but I did not get a BSP. Looks like he's only 1 mil, so I'm actually going to leave that to someone with a little lower stat and start doing my hits here. So I'm going to refresh this. They're in the hospital. Refresh this. And I'm going to change my loadout here. I'm going to do an HEG. It's just a bunch of damage right off the bat, so I can start it, throw it, and I can just be using my revitalized weapon I have here. I'll leave them, and I'll go to the next target. If you don't have your educations yet, here's the XP. I think Torn Tools is providing the information right here. Typically it's on the item page, but having weapon XP increases the output of the weapon by increasing, I want to say it's like 2.5% damage and final hit chance of that weapon. There are merits for getting 100% XP on a bunch of different weapons, so I could be changing my primary to something else and working on that, but the reason I'm using the HEGs is to get weapon XP for those as well. If I accidentally get a finishing hit with them, I still need merits for finishing hits with temporary weapons anyway. But let's look, what do we got here? We got mag 7s, and we only have 50% experience with them, so this is a pretty good choice. We have an eviscerate here, and a cripple here. We're going to use our eviscerate. I'm going to put some weapon mods on them. I'm going to put the adjustable trigger because with the eviscerate, it's a weapon perk that once it hits once, it does that amount of bonus damage on the player as a debuff for all future hits, even from other players. So I don't need to be hitting them much at all with this. They just need to be hit once with it. And to that end, I'm actually going to be saving my special ammo because I'm kind of low. Shotguns get a little less special ammo than other weapons because their fire rate is so low. And then let's go to the weapon mod page, see if there's something else I can put on. A little accuracy buff for the mag 7. We don't really need the generally the best weapon mods are going to be lasers, lights, and sights. The sights increase accuracy the best for most weapon types. Laser has additive critical hit rate, so your critical hits, if they're 8%, you get that plus 3, now it's 11%. It significantly increases how much you're hitting the face, throat, crown of the head, and heart. And then lights, of course, this is more for dex and defensive play, but you're going to reduce their weapon accuracy plus reduce the amount of stealthing they can do. So it's going to let you see your targets better, retaliations are more possible, and if you're dex focused, it may even make them miss their attacks more often. But that's just general rules. That's something I tell a beginner. If we're kind of taking a deep dive, we have to think about how our perks and our total loadout affects everything else. So in regards to that, I know I'm going to be using a weapon to apply eviscerate. Shotguns are the only gun that provides eviscerate. Swords and things do, but because of that, I only need to hit them once with it. So I'm going to get the bonus accuracy on only the first turn from the trigger. Plus I'm going to try to get myself a little more accuracy so that I can just hit once with it and then use my revitalize, which is the focus of chaining. But now that we've talked about all that, let's see how things are going. We're already to 200. We're going to be hitting that 250 bonus here soon. You can see the chain multiplier is already 34%, that 1.3x right there on the chain feed. So respect is growing, people are hitting, everyone's very active. This is really cool. So let's go ahead and do some hits as well. We're going to try to avoid that 250 bonus hit and hold our hit if we're close to that. But let's go ahead and make an attack. So we'll hit with the mag 7. Eviscerate is applied, and the future hits are going to be doing 15% more damage. Let's throw that Heg. See that they're not dead yet. They're pretty close. We're going to hit again. We're kind of close to that chain. We have 30 seconds to hold it. Just going to wait, see if it goes to 250. We can flip over here. A lot of pages, once you're in an attack, if you refresh them, they'll break and send you right back to the attack feed. But if you keep a page up, then it's fine. And there's that 250. You can see those chain bonuses are already adding up quite a bit. So we can come here and leave him. If you leave a target for like 30 seconds, it'll automatically leave them. There was a don't let the developers and staff gaslight you. There used to be a mechanism where if a chain was about to break and someone was sitting on that results page, it would automatically leave the fight in order to save the chain. And the developers and staff insist that was never a feature, but it was. Don't let them mess with you. In any case, it is not reliable, and don't bet on it or anything like that. Just go ahead and keep an eye on your chain timer, the amount of time before the results ends, and just leave when you can. Going to hit our last target here before we re-up on enemies. Eviscerate hit. HEG hit. Now we're just going to finish off with our Revitalize. If we scroll down here, we can see our results. A Revitalize will be right here, so I should have been looking for them. But we can do those. We can open up our logs. 25 energy, 25 energy, 25 energy, 25 energy. So we haven't got any Revitalize procs yet, but maybe with a few more hits we'll get something. So we'll open them up. Same process. Pow, pow. Oh. Hit people too weak. Don't want to do that. I always want to finish with that Revitalize so I get a chance to get some refunded energy here. Keep going. We're not having very good luck, are we? That's alright. We are getting weapon XP, and I mean, we're using our tracers quite a bit, but it is helping. But we want to go to standard ammo. What these special ammos do is you earn them either through crimes. You can do things like shoplifting. If we go to crimes, shoplifting, these nodes, if at least one of them are down, you can shoplift Big Al's and get special ammo, and it's very random. It'll fill any type of weapon. The other two good sources is there is a stock for giving you special ammo, and it tries to be a special ammo for a gun you have equipped. So what you can do is you can unequip one gun and then equip the gun that has the ammo type you want special ammo for, and it's almost always that special ammo. And it's random which type of, or not the type, but the special ammo that it is between hollow point, tracer, incendiary, or piercing. But that's extremely helpful for controlling which special ammo you're getting. The problem with these special ammo packs, though, is they're pretty expensive. I mean, 1.4 bill for weekly special ammo isn't awful, but it's 1.4 bill I don't have. I've been spending a lot of money training with energy drinks. So I'm not using it right now, but I will eventually start spending money on that. The final and the most common way to get special ammo is through missions right here. And the shop will provide special ammo. If you have specific weapons equipped, it will try to provide that special ammo when a mission shop thing is purchased. And this is only 3 right here, so I'll just buy it so I can refresh that slot and see. Another junk item. Piercing is the best ammo type. I could buy those magazines right there. So extended mag increases the amount of ammo. Let's close this just so we can see. I have 700 right now. Now, we need to build up our mission credits. We don't need to be spending them on things like that. Alright. So let's go ahead and do our missions. We have to mug this guy. He was attacked 9 minutes ago by a faction mate for the chain, so we can expect he'll come out and be attacked pretty quickly. But just to make sure he can be mugged, we'll be giving him a little bit of cash. A recent update allowed for mission targets to have their revives turned on, and that's been extremely helpful. That was a great update. Oh, we can also do this one. Put a bounty on someone and defeat that same person. We have to mug this guy anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and place a bounty on him as well. So now that he has a $1 bounty, he'll be good to attack in. Oh, but we have to mug. And the bounty is for hospitalizations. Well, that's silly. We could bounty this guy though. So this one is someone with Dex that we need to defeat. 19 minutes. Also faction mate. So faction's definitely doing some work here. So just keep these guys in mind. Actually, I'll go ahead and do stakeouts on them. This is Torn Tools. This is an extension, browser extension just for Torn that adds a lot of quality of life things. Anything you see that's kind of green is all Torn Tools. And so we can get a stakeout and then put is okay. And then we will get a notification when their status changes from something else to okay. So from hospital or jail to okay, we'll get a little notification. And the big trouble is going to be remembering to hospitalize this guy and mug the other guy. We'll do our best, but maybe we'll have another mistake. But the chain's been going on for 20 minutes here, and we've only done about 8 hits, so I think it's time to do a little more hits. We're going to refresh our enemy list page. We're going to... do we want to filter? Yeah, we'll do easy like that. Is okay, and then we'll just go down and we'll kind of skip these weaker people for a bit. Try to get some good respect per hit. The different special ammos are hollow point. This lowers the amount of damage against armor, which, you know, could have some benefits now that I'm thinking about it in relation to setting up for revitalize hits. The next type is Tracer. This is plus 10 weapon accuracy, so this 57% or 57 weapon accuracy jumps up to 67. If my speed and their dexterity would be equal, then this accuracy is the chance to hit. So I don't even know how much speed I have. Let me check. Right now my effective speed is 3.8 bil. If their dexterity were exactly the same as that, then I would do the 67.63, this base plus 10 for tracer ammo. Piercing does more damage against higher armors. It's about the ranked war weapons when piercing becomes stronger than our final type, which is incendiary. And this is just base damage. This just increases your final damage. Mostly we're going to stick to tracer. It's going to help us do these hits and make sure we land it and get our revitalize hits in. So now that we're 30 minutes into this video, let's go ahead and just do a bunch of hits. So we're going to hit with the eviscerate, throw the grenade. We're going to do our revitalize hits. We'll leave, check if we got revitalize proc, and we'll move on to the next one and refresh. We're going to start again. I'm also going to open up faction chat, see if anybody needs help. Yeah, oh, we're in an attack, so we can't open a loader, a mini profile. So I don't know why he's calling this person. Look at that bounty, 4.5 bill. There's no bounty, they must have already claimed it. Alright. One thing about lining up hits is if you go and open a tab, you'll see it has one of the older fights, and just press F5 to refresh it to get back to the original loader. I'm not sure why that happens, but it's very consistent, and it's just habit to be refreshing loaders whenever I have them lined up like this and move to the next one. There's a welding helmet. You don't see those too often anymore. They're really good. They resist flash grenades, which is kind of rare, and they have really high base armor, and you can see how low it drops on the model, so it fully covers the throat and even a little bit of the chest like that. The problem is it's not a ranked war helmet, so it doesn't get any passive perks. Older players that you're going to find when you're chaining and stuff, they're not going to have the ranked war armor sets, so they're going to have kind of more unique equipment like that. You can see he's also using dual melees. Those were king before ranked war weapons came out. You can see the stats are honestly kind of mediocre. I mean, you compare that to his Armalite, and it's not too much different. But that's how Old Torn was, and it gives you an advantage because if you have these special abilities and you know what you're doing, then you can way outpace these people with your better equipment. So we're going to throw that, and we're just going to dump our hits. That was a nice amount of crits. We got a throat crit, crown hit, and a face hit there. Welding helmet blocked all three of those, I'm sure. Let's see, 19, 19. Throat was 21. That's still in range, I think. So yeah, the welding helmet blocked all three of those hits. 3 crits in a row, that would have been a merit. Let's go to the next person. Hit them with the eviscerate, throw the grenade. They're ready to be cashed in with the revitalize. Leave them, move on to the next person. You can see our weapon XP is slowly climbing up. It's based on the amount of hits you actually make, not how much damage or if you kill or anything else. So for things like this where we only need to or only can do the attack once per fight, those things take forever to build up the XP on. Things where you can spam them like melee and revitalize, getting the 100% XP on those is quite easy. And that person's already dead. Already dead. And another target. Oh, that was a good hit. We're gonna skip the grenade and just do revitalize. We got a notification that our merc contract for Faunau has started. So I'm gonna switch over. Oh, I can't. They're gonna need stricken hits. Maybe I'll do that. Go to our armory. We'll go to our weapons. And we're just gonna go to our milk cores. 32%, 38%. It's just an overall better weapon right here. I'll just go ahead and give that a little borrow. And I will check Discord real quick. Please bear with me while I'm moving to Discord and seeing what the details of this are. Looks like we have a contract to keep our faction hospitalized. So I will be jumping over to Discord and seeing how quick the bot is asking for hits, and if it's going fast, then I'll change over to doing these stricken hits. Oh, we got Stu is now okay. This was the guy we needed to mug. And he's already back in the hospital. Okay, well, our other mission target would be coming out soon then, so let's check on that and see how soon that is. 10 more minutes. Alright, well, I'm going to put those aside for now. I'm going to check on that bot and see what's going on here. Oh. Looks like they're making a push now, so if they succeed their push, we'll be able to hospitalize some of their targets. So I'm going to go ahead and move over there. The faction is Haka, our sister faction. So they're paying for a merc kit, so we will be doing it. We don't provide any sort of discount or anything for our sister factions when they're using our own merc service. We find it to be a little questionable, factions that do that for people, because you're never quite sure where the line ends up. If you have a clear line with what your ethics are and how you operate business, then people can understand where that line is and follow it a bit better. So for these merc kits, we're gonna change status to okay. If we see anybody offline coming out and we see that they have a long last action here, I think 20 minutes is what the contract says, then we'll go ahead and hospitalize them with the stricken. Depends on how this push goes. It looks like they're doing pretty good though. We're not seeing them drop out real quickly. We're seeing them stay in. And if we open up an attack loader, we can actually see what they're doing. So he's looking okay. He's not in a fight. He does have some status effects. This is his epinephrine, and he got hit by a tear gas. So that lowers his dodge chance, but he does have increased damage. And contract doesn't have us helping people, but we do see that he's getting into a fight with this person right here. And we have the intercept script, which makes all these into attack links, or profile links, I guess. And he's already in the hospital. So it looks like this push is doing pretty good. We might have targets to merc for. That would be fun. That we'd make some good money that way. I have not been checking on faction chat, unfortunately, but I'm going to assume they have everything taken care of, just because I don't see anybody screaming it's Seb's fault, so the only highlights I see is my old message. So I'm going to assume everybody's doing good. Alright. Now, if we do these merc hits, there is a 60-second timer before we can attack. So they'll come out of the hospital, and then we will open up the attack page to see that there's a timer before we can actually attack them. But we'll give them a little more time to do their thing. We'll see if they ping us and say that they do have control of the ranked war and start needing merc kits. But we'll close that for now. We'll keep our revitalize equipped. Check this, 6 minutes. We'll check this, 10 minutes. So we still have some time on those. I'm going to move that over. I'm going to open up our enemy list again. Go back to our chain feed. Getting close to 1k hits already. This chain's only going to 10k, so that's pretty impressive. If we go really fast, we may try to extend it, give people time to hit. But that's just Black Statue's leadership for you. We generally know when you do because we decide when we tell you. It's a joke. Don't repeat that. That's a joke between you and me. But I think I'm going to do some of these hits, so I'm going to end the video right here. I'm just going to be knocking them out how I was saying. And hope you enjoyed doing this chain with me. I know we didn't get too many hits in, but we were able to kind of learn what to look for. Went through special ammo, weapons, missions, bounties, talked about mercs even a little bit in the armory. So I think it was pretty fruitful. We'll come back at this another time and kind of go into deep dives for those subjects as well. But I'm going to go ahead and end right here, do my hits so I'm not getting distracted a bunch, and I'll see you guys later. If you have any questions, if you see anything that could help me even, I should say, and have any sort of input or feedback, just let me know. Post comments about any questions or any things you noticed, and I look forward from hearing from you. Really enjoy touring, really enjoy being part of the community, so please interact, and I thank you, and I'll see you later.